Yeah, baby. We are live, baby. We are live. Live and direct, live and direct, live and direct, live and direct. All right, guys. Um, you already know I can't have the camera turned on. The trolls once again. Um, wanted to make the live stream all over again today because I felt like I got off topic and I didn't want to really talk about that other topics that I was talking about. I wanted to stick to Apple. All right, so shout out to John Prosser. He's the one who brought this to my attention and hundreds of thousands of others that watch his content. I think it's crazy that, he got leaked prices that the iPhone 14 family is going up on price by $100. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's not the time to be boosting up prices. Apple, to be honest, I don't think it's the time to be boosting up prices, especially when you're trying to give the iPhone 14, uh, uh, I'm sorry, A15 Bionic chip, which is the one that's in the 13 family. So you're going to give last year's processor to the iPhone 14, but yet sell it for $100 more. That does not make any sense. And then the design is really not going to change. Only minor tweaks on the camera, and then the pill shape, but with an extra eyeball on the side, cut out instead of the notch for the pros. And because of that, you're going to increase the price on the pros by $100. So the 128 gig is going to be $1,099, and then $100 more for the 256. That'll be $1,199, and of course the 512, $2,399, and the 1 terabyte, $1,499. So basically, you'll pay $1,500 for a completely maxed out iPhone 14 without a notch. Just a pill cut out with an extra little hole, which I think they should have just did the little robot. Uh, like I agree with John Prosser. I think they should have just did the little robot shape to it, and it would have been way better than what they decided to do. And I'm disappointed in Apple, really increasing prices. Then they're not even going to come out with an iPhone 14 mini to top it off. It's just going to be basically an iPhone, just basically an iPhone, basically just the same iPhone. It's going to look the same. They're not going to change the back. The camera humps are staying. So it's just like, how much longer can we let Apple come out with the same designs and keep buying their products? That's why they keep doing it, because people keep buying it, and I'm guilty of it. So I can't really talk. The iPhone design hasn't. Well, I can't say that because from the 11 to the 12 to the 13, there is a difference. Like the 13 came out squared on the edges, so they did change like the edges. They made them more square to make the phone more durable. So I see that, but I need something else. Like the iPhone 14 is not going to have a mini. It's going to be a 6.1 and a 6.7. So there's going to be an iPhone 14 regular, which is the 6.1 inch, which that is my sweet spot. And then they're going to have the 14 Max, which is going to be a 6.7-inch iPhone. But at the prices these iPhones are getting, they're up there with MacBook Pros now. Like, that's just crazy. When you really think about the money that you spend on a smartphone, it's to the point where you could buy a used car. I've seen people buy used cars for less than $1,500. My nephew bought a Lexus, a 97 Lexus with 80,000 miles, because it was an older gentleman that passed away. His wife, wanted to give her the car. 80,000 miles, a Lexus for 1997, and sold it to my nephew for $1,000. So he bought a whole car, A whole Lexus, 97 LX Lexus, 4-door, gold with rims, fully leather interior for $1,000. I paid more for my iPhones than my nephew paid for his car. Yeah, there you go. Let that sink in for a little bit. Let that sink in. Apple is raising prices on the iPhone 14 family because of the on the iPhone SE. Nah, that has nothing to do with that, Mikey. Trust me. One thing doesn't have to do with another. Those are the flagships. The SE is like a mid ranger, so you can't say that. They're raising prices because they want to. Because Apple is a multi-billion-dollar company. Well, I think it's worth like $1 trillion. So they have a lot of money. They're raising prices because they want to, not because they have to. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't recommend nobody getting an iPhone 14 if it's gonna have an A15 Bionic chip. If you're a tech head like me and other people, you know, that watch my content, you shouldn't waste your hard-earned money. Just spend a little extra if you really want the 14 and get the Pro. Because Apple disappointed me on another thing too. That's why the live stream is called what it's called. Tech Talk Live, Apple, what the fuck? Let's be honest. That's the last time I'm gonna curse on this live stream. Because how you're gonna do what um basically Android does. They grab the cheaper model and they'll put last year's processor in it. So now Apple is trying to do the same thing. They're trying to say, well, there's a big difference between the 14 and 14 Pro. So we're going to make it known the difference. We're going to no longer give the newest chipset to the iPhone, to the reduced version of the iPhone basically. So we want to differentiate the pros from the regular phones. So now the iPhone 14, according to John Prosser and the leaks he got, they're gonna give you a A15 Bionic chip, which was the same chip you got on the iPhone on this iPhone on the iPhone 13 family, the A15 Bionic chip. It's just crazy. Apple's trying to make back the money they wasted on the iPhone SE. No, Mikey, I'm telling you, bro. They're not trying to do that. You can't compare a mid-ranger to a flagship. I'm already telling you that, dog. That's like saying that if Samsung boosts up the prices on the Samsung Galaxy S23 because a Samsung Galaxy A series didn't sell good. That wouldn't make any sense. They're two different phones. One is a flagship and one is a mid-ranger. I'm going to keep my iPhone 12. Yeah, that's the best thing you could do, bro. That is definitely the best thing you could do. I'm probably going to keep my iPhone 13 Pro because I'm not going to sit here and pay T-Mobile no freaking almost 1,300 for a 256. I don't think so. If that's the case, uh, I'm not doing it. Dead serious. I am not doing it. I'm an Apple fanboy. I got the Apple Watch, the AirBuds, the Apple TV. I'm planning to get myself a MacBook Pro, but I am not going to sit here and blow all this money on this don't all this money on technology that's that's not not worth it. You feel me? I mean, it's not like the phone got a whole overhaul. It's still gonna look the same. Camera hub is staying. Like John Prosser was just as disappointed as me. The phone was supposed to get an overhaul, was not supposed to have a camera hump in the back no more. The cameras were supposed to be flush in the back with the iPhone 14, but Apple chose not to do that. So at the end of the day, it's whatever. You know, you do whatever you want to do with your money, but I'm thinking about not uh contributing to the stupidity that Apple's doing right now, raising the prices on the iPhones when there's no major overall change to the iPhone. So, but the money to build models and fingerprint is going from same company. That doesn't matter, Mikey. Doesn't matter. You need to understand, bro. You cannot compare. I've been told you this 1,000 times. Don't compare mid-rangers to flagships. Don't do that. That's like comparing Mercedes Benz to a Volkswagen. That's like comparing Lamborghini to a freaking Honda. You can't do that. You can't compare a flagship to a mid-ranger. You know, the cost of the iPhone 14 family going up does have nothing to do with the money they lost on the SE. Apple is not known to doing that. They lost money on other phones before. They didn't sit here and jack up the price on the next phone because of the iPhone 5C sold horribly, and or did it sell good? I can't even remember. I think that one sold good. No, that one did sell good. It was one of them that sold bad, and they didn't come and jack up the prices of the flagship models. You know, this has nothing to do with that, Mikey. You need to understand. There's a big difference. You know, I should know. I'm the one dishing out thousands of dollars to Apple. I own three freaking iPhones, 13 Pros, not 13s, 13 Pros. So that being said, um, John Prosser leaked out this information. Shout out to him, even though he doesn't know who the hell I am. But I think this sucks. You know, a lot of people are going to be disappointed. There's not going to be an iPhone Mini, an iPhone 14 Mini. All there's going to be is an iPhone 14, 6.1 inch, and an iPhone 14, 6.7 inch, which is supposed to be a Max. You know, iPhone 14 Max. Then of course we got the 6.1 inch 14 Pro, and then 6.7 inch 14 Pro Max. I think the only people that are going to get the iPhone 14 if they didn't get the iPhone 13 or it's upgrade. Well, yeah, a lot of people are going to get it if they're upgrading from older phones, of course. I mean, to be honest, since I'm a content creator, and I have invested a lot of time on this channel and a lot of hours, because about to be 4,000 watch hours. That's a lot of hours. That's like having a full-time job on YouTube, basically, more than a full-time job. But let's be honest. I'm gonna get it regardless. I'm gonna get the iPhone 14 Pro. So I'm complaining about the price because it's true, nothing changed, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna get it. Same thing John Prosser said. I'm bad mouthing the iPhone right now, 14 Pro, but I'm still gonna get it. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm talking about other people that are less fortunate that can't really afford to dish out that amount of money. I feel bad for them. Like jacking up the price on the iPhone 14. The iPhone 14 is supposed to be the predecessor of the cheaper model of the iPhone 14 Pro is supposed to be the iPhone 14. But the fact that Apple wants to put, you know, um, last year's chipset, the A15 Bionic, on the iPhone 14 really disappointed me from Apple. Like it let me down. That's the best way I can put it. It let me down. Uh, it's just they let me down a lot. by doing that. By saying that they're gonna put the A15 Bionic on the iPhone 14 when it should be the same chipset, the A16 Bionic, which is gonna be the new one. So to me, that's just bonkers. You're talking about people that live check to paycheck or can't afford to upgrade as much. Yeah, but there's millions of people out there, Mikey. The iPhone is not just sold in the United States. United States is one of the biggest markets, but you still got China, you still got Japan, you still got Korea, you still have other countries. You got the United Kingdom, you got Russia is not getting no iPhones. They already stopped shipping uh because of the war, because of Russia picking on Ukraine. Apple stopped sending iPhones out there. So that's already set in stone. That's done. But the rest of the world, like Africa and all them other places, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and all them other places, they'll get iPhones too. So you gotta think outside the box, Mikey. It's not just about the United States. How would the iPhone 13 Pro I know that I want to spend? Yeah, that's how it be, bro. That's how it be. Imagine I own three of them. I could have bought a freaking car. You know, the iPhone 13 Pro Max that I gave to my girl because I let her have it for her birthday. That's $1,280 because I got the 256 gig. Then I got the 256 gig with T-Mobile, the iPhone 13 Pro regular. That one was 1,100 and something dollars with taxes, you know. And then of course I got the 512 from Verizon. That was another 1,200 and something dollars. So just imagine it's all adding up. I mean, three. That's already 3,000 plus 200 plus 400 plus another 300. I would say around almost 4 grand. 4 grand on three different iPhones. What's good? What's good, bro? My homie Little Mac and JTV, great content creator. Subscribe to his channel. He likes to do soap giveaways. Win yourself some free soap, baby. So subscribe to Little Mac and JTV, Daily Tech Mike, Caesar MTR, Texo, Iceberg, you know, Latrell Jennings channel, another great content creator that likes to unbox gadgets and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I just think this is really disappointing, for Apple to jack up prices, especially now when John Prosser said they're going to get the screens even cheaper because they're getting them from OBE, whatever is OLEBE, whatever is the name of that company in China, which they are good, just as good, he said, but they're going to be cheaper screens because Apple's going to buy them for less off of them than what they would pay Samsung and LG, basically. So yeah, they're saving money, but they're still jacking up the price on the phone. So that's what I have a problem with. You should bring that lower cost onto us. I actually upgrade it every year on my phones, but I don't think I am keeping the S22 Ultra for a long. Uh, I upgrade my phone every year on my phones, but I think I am keeping S22 for, yeah. Save money, bro. Keep the S22 Ultra till the wheels fall off. So, you know, I would say them jacking up the prices on the iPhone 14. Let me make this clear. I'm talking about the iPhone 14. Uh, John Prosser didn't say nothing about the whole 14 family. He didn't include the pros on the, or maybe I should go back and rewatch it to see if he says the pros are also included with that old LBE, whatever the name of that company in China. that's giving the screens cheaper to Apple at a cheaper price by bulk. Because that's what Apple was waiting for them to be able to produce at mass production. And now that company could produce at mass production for Apple. So Apple's going to get the screens from them instead of buying them from Samsung and LG. So I just think that if they're going to do that, then the price shouldn't go up on the iPhone. It should stay the same. I mean, I understand if they're going to get rid of the mini, they should just price the 128 gig for the iPhone 14 at $699. Let's be honest. That's what I feel about it. And the iPhone 14 Max that's coming out should start at $799. Let's be honest. You're gonna save a whole bunch of money by getting mass production from this other company that's not Samsung or LG. You should share them costs, earnings, paying less to the customer. Because without customers, there's not a company. So at the end of the day, that's how I feel about these things. I feel like they should do these things better. Like the things should be done right. So at the end of the day, guy, it's crazy, but basically this is the world we live in. You know, People get things cheaper, but they still want to charge you more for it. So it's just this is this is life. Some people might say it's not fair, but life is not meant to be fair. Because if it was, we all be rich, guaranteed. But yeah, um, like I was saying, um, it's up to you what you want to spend your hard-earned money on. If you're coming from an older phone like an iPhone 10, iPhone XR, an iPhone 11, and you want to get the 14, that's understandable. That is completely. And if you don't mind that it's going to have last year's processor, oh, I keep saying this year. If you don't mind that it's going to have last year's processor, then hey, go for it. But I just don't think that it's cool for Apple to be jacking up the prices on the iPhones when they're paying less for the screens. Business is business to the people. Yep, you're right about that, bro. Business is business. So it's just crazy. I just think it's ridiculous. You know, you would think you would get it at a cheaper at a cheaper price due to the fact. But you see, most of the people that buy the iPhone 14, well, 13 models and 12 models, the cheaper model don't really know the difference. The common Joe, the common person like my brother that's not into tech, my nephews that are not into tech, they really wouldn't know the difference. That's what Apple takes advantage of. That people say, yo, as long as I could make a phone call, as long as I could text and surf the internet, that's all I care about. That's what you'll hear from anybody. Anybody that doesn't give a crap about tech. I have T-Mobile is on eSIM, my Verizon line, on my Verizon device. That's what's up, bro. I got physical SIM with T-Mobile because I was having problems with eSIM, so I switched over to physical SIM, and now I'm not having problems with T-Mobile. But I love T-Mobile, bro. My Verizon line right now currently is suspended. It is definitely suspended because the service atrocious with Verizon right now. We're here, so you know, it's crazy. The whole time I thought it was my iPhone giving me problems with Verizon. I called Apple and I was like, "Yo, what the hell? You guys put cheaper antennas in here?" Because they did. Shout out to Tech Extremist. He found out they put a cheaper modem, you know, in the iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13, the iPhone 13 family point general, and the reception is not as good as on the Samsung. And I can testify to that because my S22 gets all the bars with AT&T inside my house. And when I was using it on the iPhone 14, it would only get one bar inside my house. So that proves it that the modem is better on the S22 on the Samsungs. So, it's little things like that that tick me off about Apple because you're gonna cut corners on something, but yet want to charge the same price. Like that doesn't make any sense to me, man. If you're saving money, we should save money. Why did the iPhone drop by $50? Because we put a cheaper modem in it. Well, okay, that's understandable. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what it goes down to. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Verizon. So I thought my iPhone was sucking bad, and when I come to find out, is the my Verizon line because I use the S22. If you guys go through my Verizon videos, you guys will see where I I lost service on my S22 while speed testing C-band. That's crazy. My AT&T, hold on, my company left Verizon and went to AT&T and upgraded my network tablet. That's what's up, bro. Lil pay $115 is in a 95 to T-Mobile. That's what's up. You need to take a nap, bro. LOL. Oh yeah, I do. I didn't get hardly no sleep. After I end this live stream, I'm gonna go take a nap. So yeah, it's crazy. I mean, let's be honest. I pay 100 and when the line was active, I was paying Verizon 151.86. I'm paying T-Mobile 126, 127. One couple of months it'll be 127, then a couple of months later it'll be 126. And I'm paying AT&T $150.86. So, you know, I dish out a lot of money every month while my dished out while my Verizon line was active. Now I got visible. They're still having service issues. Like for the most part, my visible line's got to be on Wi-Fi calling in order for me to make calls because of all of the outages. And like I said on the Verizon live stream, Verizon doesn't want to tell people, but their towers are running. They're shutting off randomly. So it's just been a nightmare basically. But yeah, like I was saying, man, it's up to you what you want to spend your hard-earned money on. So I'm not here to judge nobody, and I think Apple, if they're gonna cut corners, we should be saving. We should reap them savings of them cutting them corners. We shouldn't have to pay more for less. If you're getting less, you shouldn't have to pay more for less, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, I hope that they decide after watching feedback from content creators um, to not increase the price on the iPhones. I hope they do not. I hope they think about it real good and they say no, we're not gonna do this. And I hope the iPhone 14 gets the A16 Bionic chip to make it fair because it's not like an S. If they could put the A15 Bionic chip on the SE, then they could put an A16 Bionic chip on the 14. 14, the iPhone 14 is going to be a way more expensive phone than the iPhone SE. And that's basically what I wanted to say because I am dead tired. So I was only going to make this a 30-minute live stream. So I'm cutting it off at probably 30 minutes and a couple of seconds. So I want to thank everybody that stopped by. Make sure you subscribe to Little Mac and JT Daily Tech Mike. Make sure you subscribe to Texo, Iceberg, Latrell Jennings, uh, Tech Extremist, Tyrone from Tech Life. And if I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. Haven't gotten enough sleep. And take care, man. Most of all, take care and God bless. I'm definitely gonna get you guys on the next one. Chew already. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.